Get ready to travel way back in time. I'm talking 150 million years back. Joining us now is someone who knows his dinosaurs and is taking a big leap from the fossil lab to the stage. Graeme Hopkins is a paleontology student at the University of Saskatchewan, and he's bringing prehistoric creatures to life through puppets, storytelling, and a ton of imagination at the Saskatoon Fringe Festival. And Graeme joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
So excited to have you. Before we get into the show, though, I have to ask, how does a paleontology student end up writing and producing a play?
Well, I mean, I'd always had different ideas of what it would be like and mean to incorporate paleontology into theater ever since I was a kid, actually. I remember I used to be in daycare and I would write scripts for different plays that were about dinosaurs. So, yeah, it was just always an idea, and then the opportunity came.
Perfect. How did the opportunity come about?
Well, it's a lottery process. So you get drawn to do, you may get drawn to do a show or you may not. And so I went in and got a spot at the Kids Fringe, which is its own little set of plays of 3. And so I got to be one of those plays, and I immediately knew what I wanted to do for it.
Okay, so tell us about the Prehistoric Wildlife Rescue Center. What can audiences expect if they come see the show?
Well, I was inspired by that show Hope for Wildlife, which used to air, I think, on TVO. And I thought, wouldn't that be funny if it was dinosaurs and other fossil animals? And I thought that was also a really fun way, a really natural way to incorporate interactivity and to make sure that people weren't just watching me on stage, because I thought that would be pretty awkward and hard to maintain, and instead have a kind of improv quality and me going out and them getting to touch them and take care of them and feed them and things like that.
So it sounds very interactive. How exactly do you get the audience involved, though, especially, the kiddos who might be a little shy?
I make sure to try to go out into the audience and bring them as close as I possibly can, and I invite people to touch them gently, to pat them on the head or the beak or the snout or whatever have you. And then for later moments, when if people are more excited and even more willing to get interactive with it, I invite people, volunteers, to come out on stage, and we do little games centered around feeding whatever puppet is currently on stage.
I love it. Okay, you have brought some friends with you this morning. Who do you have joining us?
So I bought 3 of them, 3 of 5, and these are the baby T-Rex, the baby Hatzegopteryx, and the Simasuchus. So you'll probably only recognize the T-Rex
I only know
name.
one of those 3.
Well, I wanted to have a big name in it, just so people, and I think also if people go to a dinosaur, so whether it's museum or in a different context, they'll kind of be disappointed if there's not a T-Rex. So I made one of those, and the Hatzegopteryx is a species of pterosaur. So pterosaurs are those ones with those leathery wings that you see flying around. People often call them pterodactyls instead. There's a lot of them hanging in the University of Saskatchewan Geology Building, and they're actually not dinosaurs. They're kind of a sister group of ancient reptile, which existed at the same time. And then finally, this third one I brought is the Simasuchus. And Simasuchus is a herbivorous crocodile, which lived, again, at the same time as the dinosaurs, roundabout in Madagascar.
Herbivorous, so didn't eat
Didn't
people?
eat fish, didn't eat people, didn't eat...
other dinosaurs?
No, it fed on leaves and whatever plant matter it could find. Paleontologists know this from the shape of its skull and its teeth, the shape of its teeth, its general skull shape, and all sorts of things. So, yeah.
So is the Fringe Festival the only place you're going to be showcasing this show, or what are your hopes for it?
So far, I did a test run of it just because I really wanted to. I didn't want to go in completely inexperienced, so I wanted to have some kind of baseline. So I went and I did a test run of it at the Nutrien Wonder Hub for one of their summer camps, which was really fun and really helpful for getting an idea of how it would be done. But after the Fringe Festival, I mean, who knows what might happen? There might be a museum connection possible. It might be a different a performing arts context. Who knows?
Now, with the puppets, do they talk? Do they have different voices?
Well, they won't be talking, but they certainly have different attributes, and I try to make it such that each one kind of behaves in a bit of a different way. So you might see with one more pecking and snapping of the beak, and with another you might see it more sniffing the air or inspecting people as it gets nearer. So yeah.
Very cool. Okay, just out of curiosity, if you could bring back any extinct creature to meet today, which one would it be and why?
Oh, gosh. Well, if we're opening up the whole world of extinct animals, I would probably want to bring back the Tully monster, which is an ancient invertebrate, so a bug-like animal, a slug or squid-like animal, which used to live in the Chicago area. And it's one of a really special group of extinct animals where scientists simply have no idea what it was really related to. I mean, I described it as an invertebrate, but that it could have easily also been a vertebrate. People don't know what it was related to or what maybe its descendants might have been, where it came from. It's a total mystery. So I think bringing it back would help.
I love your enthusiasm and your love for paleontology, and you're bringing it to a whole new generation. But what do you hope kids and families, take away from this show?
I hope they take away the same thing as anything that I work on, whether it's in a more traditional museum context or whether I'm writing a paper or anything. I just hope it brings more appreciation and more curiosity for the science of paleontology, because people often forget or just don't know at all that it's not just about dinosaurs, and it's about a whole world of science and discovery.
Well, Graeme, thank you so much for joining us this morning and bringing along a few of your friends, and break a leg this weekend.
Thank you.